White Brits are going to be a minority in Britain within the next 40 years. That's what the stats predict. The white British population will decline from 73% now to 57% by 2050 and then below 50% by 2063. By the end of the century, it looks like white Brits could make up just 33.7% of the population. In fact, by 2100, 6 in 10 people in the UK will either not have been born here or will have at least one immigrant parent. That is according to Professor Matt Goodwin. The Muslim population currently stands at about 7%. Apparently, it will become 11.2% in the next 25 years, and Muslims will make up nearly 20% of the UK population by the end of the century. That's according to this study. Look, people might quibble about the numbers in this study, but I think they're lying to themselves. Go outside, look around. Everyone's noticed the demographics at primary schools. You see the demographic changes if you go to visit relatives in hospitals. You see it when you go to Birmingham, to Bradford, to Blackburn, to Bury. In fact, in Burnley, they have just elected a local councillor who wants men and women to be segregated. So she's an 18-year-old medical student. That bodes well, doesn't it? On that note, this happened in Parliament today.
Given the Prime Minister's desire to strengthen strategic alignment with our European neighbours, will he, in the interests of public safety, follow the lead of France, Denmark, Belgium and others and ban the burqa?
Right, so MPs, who are clearly massively out of touch with public opinion, just drew audible gasps at that. Some of them walked out. It's not actually a radical position to want to ban the burqa. Here's why. In 2011, both France and Belgium introduced bans on the face coverings. And in 2017, Austria followed suit, with Germany also banning face coverings for government employees in schools and in courtrooms. More recently, Denmark has banned the burqa in all settings. Norway banned them in schools and colleges. Well, they're not all far-right fascist nations, are they? In fact, quite the opposite. Well, I think a burqa ban is actually probably a very good thing. Here's why. It would force more integration into Britain. Then you've got the national security argument. Look at this. This is terror suspect Mohammed Ahmad Mohammed, who fled by walking into a London mosque, showing his face, as you can see in that picture there. Then he went into the mosque, put a burqa on and legged it, right? So it's a problem, isn't it? Islam shouldn't give you a free pass to hide your identity, I'm afraid. A Muslim woman who barely spoke a word of English cheated in her driving theory test by hiding a Bluetooth speaker under her hijab. Now, imagine what she could have got away with if she had the full burqa on. It would discourage immigration, as well, from fundamentalist Islamic countries. If they can't wear the burqa here, they'll have to go elsewhere, won't they? Now, of course, Sir Keir Starmer is never going to ban the burqa. But despite everyone knowing that, the man still couldn't bring himself to give a straight answer to a straight question.
I'm not going to follow her down that line. But now she is here and safely in her place, perhaps she could tell her new party leader that his latest plan to bet £80 billion of unfunded tax cuts, he's no idea how he's going to pay for it, is Liz Truss all over again.
Why can't you just answer a question? Just say no. No, I'm not going to ban the burqa. Because we all know that's what he thinks. Anyway, he just can't answer anything honestly, can he? Burqas or no burqas? The fact is, I think it might not be too long before Britain is a Muslim country.